back, everybody, for another edition of the Club Cool podcast. I'm your host, Barrett Dudley, and I'm here, brought to you by Washed Media and the Washed Media Studios. Joining me, as always, on the other side of the table, at the intersection of style, pop culture, it's Phil Battaglia. Phil, what's going on?
Sup.
How's that new TikTok account coming along?
Still, I still have to settle on a cool username.
Ah, yes.
Working that out.
Yeah. You don't think the Gen Zers will understand your Father Phil reference, your Twitter handle?
Oh, maybe.
I didn't understand it until I started watching The Sopranos like 2 weeks ago. So no, it's been a few months now. But Father Phil came on the screen and I was like,
I don't even know if that's really why I put that.
You don't
up
think
there.
that's not
I just
it?
like the way it sounded.
You weren't just like obsessed with the character of Father Phil on The Sopranos?
I've only watched Sopranos all the way through once.
Okay.
So there's a guy that a good customer of ours at Tom's that this is his third watch through, and he's doing it in reverse. What do you think about that?
He's mementoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watching the last season in its entirety, and then I thought that was kind of odd.
That's a weird way to go about it. Now, but he's going like
episode 1 to 10 of the last episode
of the last season. Okay,
episode
so
1 to 10. He's not going in complete reverse.
Okay, all right. So he's just watching the seasons in reverse.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I know.
That's really weird. I ask, because I've been, I'm watching around on TikTok. We've talked about the Explore page, and I'm right now. I've hashed it out enough that I'm just blown away by the whole boys are sexy on TikTok thing, right? But now I'm just getting into the hair because there's one haircut that you get to have. Well, there's really two haircuts that you get to have on TikTok. And you have the perfect mop for one of them.
All I have to do is just
all you have
shave
to do
this.
is shit, and then you let the front grow out more,
right?
So that you just have a big poof,
yeah,
right in front that comes down just to right above your eyebrows. And you would just, you already have you have better art than any of them.
Yeah, do they have tattoos? These guys?
Yeah, but they go more I feel like they go more like the Harry Styles, what do you call that? Like pick a pepper type. You just
you
went to the tattoo shop 27 times, and every time you just picked a different genre, a different style, a different thing. You even mixed up the tattoo shops that you went to.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole You're a zood board of tattoos.
Those are the guys that are it's Halloween, let's go get a tattoo, and they just come up with something.
Yeah,
I can't be that spontaneous when it comes to that.
Yeah, the other one, the one that I can do is I can't do any cool hairstyles. The only hairstyles that I can pull off when they become in vogue are either kind of long greasy ones or stuff that's very short and cropped.
If I had your hair straight like that,
yeah,
I'd grow it out.
Yeah,
down to here,
full on.
Yeah, but not styled
you're giving guitar lessons,
right? Right.
Yeah. Well, so the other, if you don't have the right hair, the type of hair for the front poof, you can do the '90s butt cut. You can do a Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Now this is the inspiration. It doesn't quite look like this anymore. It's still got a little bit more of the undercut. But I was messing around with this yesterday. I just because middle parts, we've talked about this, middle parts for girls. Well, middle parts for dudes too. You got to do the middle part. My hair has been parted for so long, in the same place, that it's not taking well to attempting this middle part.
I would love to see it. I really would.
I kind of had it going, but my hair gets pretty flat, And
it looks so stupid.
Anything that
look at that.
Anything that requires some volume, I can't.
Randy,
I can't do it. I need it to really volumize, and I can't do it. And it's aggravating. Although I walked in the door. I was up at the office yesterday. And then I went to Fressa's, but I was way early to pick up dinner, and so I just sat in the car looking at the mirror, messing with my butt cut, and
man,
then kind of forgot about it. Walked in the door with the food, walked through the house and back to the bedroom, And Laura said, "What's with the butt cut?" So she picked up. At least I was, I was getting it.
It was recognizable.
It was recognizable.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
first step.
baby steps to me getting a TikTok haircut, a TikTok boy haircut.
Man, Barrett would love nothing more than to be TikTok famous.
Well, it's like the thing about it is, right? I joked around. We're doing reels now, by the way, on our Instagram.
There's my laptop. What'd I tell you? God damn it.
Phil's gonna have to run out of here to go home and get his laptop real quick.
The laptop, man, they just delivered a laptop to my door. It's just sitting there waiting for the what a great find that would be.
Yeah, that's
I knew it.
It's a real prize. It's got a serial number. You'll be fine.
It just gives me anxiety, Barrett. I'm a worrier.
You got the ring. Can you just watch the live stream of the ring?
Yeah, sure.
Can you pull it up on the computer?
That's not anxiety inducing at all. Waiting for somebody to stop and look at it.
I'd rather be seeing it. I'd rather be seeing it.
Yell at them. Hey,
in live time.
Yeah.
Instead of just having it in the back of my head, convincing myself that somebody came.
All right. Well, let's get the show on the
porch
road.
pirate. Anyways, yeah, the TikTok famous. When okay, we're doing reels now. That was part one at Club Cool Pod. And reels, if you put out a reel right now, the Zuck is making sure that it is very successful. He is serving your reel to any and all that may be interested, so that it just racks up plays and plays and plays. And this is the formula. This is the Facebook, Instagram formula. As soon as another platform becomes hot, like TikTok, they will do whatever they can to steal the audience, to co-opt it, steal the audience back. Take back their market share and not lose clients and customers. But other than putting out a reel, you can't get you're not going to become. You've missed the boat on Instagram unless you're paying for recognition and for like placement on Instagram. Like it's very hard for something to organically get exposed on Instagram now. TikTok is different. TikTok is still very much like this, just like crazy random algorithm. They're not. You make one hit. You make one hit video. And you can be dating Addison Rae. So
is that the TikTok girl?
That is the TikTok girl.
I see.
Yeah, number 2 followed, but I think the number 1 most famous now. She just put out a single.
She put out a single.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it.
It's exactly what you think.
Yeah.
Somebody became famous on TikTok and then was like, I should be a pop star. That's what it is.
Yeah. Their manager said you should be a pop star.
So, anyways, homework for next week, just like cut off the sides of your hair and grow it out in the front and get going on the TikTok. We have a kind of a grab bag of a show for you today. If you couldn't tell already, we're just going to be hitting on some random stuff that I've kind of been burning on over the past week. But first, let's take a quick break and hear from a new sponsor. Here we go. This past weekend, I got to golf. with Dave. Beautiful weather. Perfect golfing weather. We get that for like 3 weeks, though. And then it becomes ball sweat, swamp-ass season.
My favorite.
90-plus degrees.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's not attractive. Doesn't smell good. Well, that's where Ballsy comes into play, right? Because their number 1 product, the thing that they have innovated, is their Ball Guard ball deodorant. And this thing is truly, it's majestic. It's true technology in ball deodorant form. It helps protect from sweat, odor, and irritation. Quickly dries as a mess-free powder. Goes on as a cooling and soothing cream. It's talc-free, paraben-free, aluminum-free. It's made in the USA. And don't worry, you can travel around with it because it's perfect size, 3.4 ounces. TSA is not going to get up in your junk about it. It'll just be nice and cooling and soothing on your junk and make you feel good, whether you're traveling or playing golf or whatever else it is you're doing. Ballsy doesn't stop with the Ball Guard deodorant, though. They've got all sorts of stuff. Body wash, good shampoo. It's called Good Head. There's bundles, so you can try a little bit of everything. There's Liquid Courage body wash. It's a whole kit and caboodle. Kitten caboodle. Baldle.
Ah.
They're gonna love that one.
They will.
Yeah. I worked in balls to
good.
Kit and Caboodle. You're welcome, Ballsy. They've spent years formulating the best products for protecting man parts. That's That's what it is. And you guys, listeners, get 20% off of your entire Ballsy order with the promo code WASHED20. So check them out. It's ballsybrand.com. Use that promo code WASHED20 for 20% off. Ballsy, they've got your sack.
Beautiful.
That's a little play on words. They've got your back, but it's your sack.
Yes.
Because it's all about the balls here.
Mm-hmm.
Protecting, making the balls feel good, all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
Kit and cabaldle.
Ballsy.
Ballsy. Don't forget the Nut Rub, which is a beeswax-based solid cologne. It's portable and ready for action on any and all parts of your body, including the nuts. As the title would have you believe. It's all true. Believe every word of it. Check them out, ballsybrand.com. The promo code is WASHED20 for 20% off. And we're looking forward to having Ballsy as a continuing sponsor here. So give them a look, give them a try. Okay, Phil, let's jump in here. Got some random stuff. I was listening to the new Justin Bieber album on the way over here. You know I'm a big Bieber guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of replaced Zac Efron for me, I think. And it's I don't have a good name for my exclusively Justin Bieber podcast yet, but I'm workshopping a few things.
Bieber Boys?
Bieber Boys? That probably exists already.
You know what does exist?
What?
A great Tim and Eric sketch called Beaver Boys. Look it up.
Is it about Justin Bieber?
No. It could be.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's weird. Justin Bieber and I probably have zero in common.
Mm-hmm.
I like his vibe. I like the way he dresses. I think he's a good performer and a very talented musician. His entire Instagram is dedicated to being an evangelical Christian. At this
really?
Point. Yeah, all about God, Jesus, and that type of stuff, which is great. He seems to have found a lot of peace in that. But just to point, like, the guy, he seems cool, but we probably have zero in common.
Y'all would vibe.
All that to say, the music is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking what I'm hearing about this new album. And then segue into his wife, Hailey Bieber. I think that she is the most well-styled and best-dressed female celebrity since Princess Diana.
Wow, what a statement.
I'm ready to go there.
Wow, dude.
I've also been watching season 4 of The Crown, so Princess Diana, up there in my mind right now. Been really, really dealing with some stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched The Crown season 4?
I haven't.
No, okay. So I wanted your take on my hot take.
I think she is definitely up there for sure.
She has a great stylist.
Yeah.
Obviously. Her stylist name is Maeve Riley. You can follow her on Instagram at StyleMeMaeve. And that's a huge part of it, obviously, is having somebody that knows exactly what it is that you like and you look good in and is constantly providing you with stuff that's going to look great. But what percentage do we give the stylist? I feel like Hailey Bieber's male counterpart, I would say, is LeBron.
Yeah.
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Love the way he looks almost every single time he comes down the runway. But I know he owes a ton of that credit to his unbelievable stylist.
Yeah. Who
just knows him perfectly and knows what's going to look good on him. And I think the key is that neither of these people look like they... It's also well put together that you know they have a stylist, but they don't necessarily look like they have a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
It's all cohesive. It's not like they're bouncing around to a million different looks, although they can both wear very different, polar opposite type stuff. Like they look great in athleisure, they look great glammed up in suits and fancy dresses, right? But they're just kind of like, they're also kind of perfect bodies to drape the best of the best on, right? But it obviously goes above and beyond that. You still have to be a stylish individual to kind of pull all this stuff off and wear the clothes instead of having the clothes wear you. She's just constantly popping up on my Instagram and in my Explore feed and on paparazzi shots, and just like every time I think she knocks it out of the park, crushes it. And one of our listeners I was talking to on Instagram, and we were talking about how if she had kind of come of age, come to prominence 5, 6, 7 years ago, she would have been a big like Phoebe Philo at old Celine muse with like the boxier kind of like dressier, wider almost formal like businesswoman silhouettes, which you see a little bit of that on her every once in a while. But Maeve Riley, if you're listening, you should find some old Celine for her to wear as well. Yeah, is anybody any females come close that you kind of see around?
I mean, well, I just go to like New York and the street style that always do the Biebers, they live in LA and New York, or do they
probably mostly LA? I'm sure they're based in LA.
Emily
Ratajkowski. Yeah. Yes.
She, to me, I think does a really good job, and wears a lot of the similar everything's oversized.
Totally.
Blazers.
Yeah, and it's a really good point because I think you can see. I think it's pretty clear that Emily Ratajkowski does not have a stylist.
Yeah, right.
And Hailey Bieber does.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Yeah.
They're very similar. They both wear similar things.
Mm-hmm.
Have like similar aesthetics, and then Hailey has the stylist, so it's all just like a little bit more. You see a little bit of some different looks, some more unique stuff,
more polished.
Emily Ratajkowski typically very like, she throws on her boyfriend's blazer like over a crop top and high-waisted denim and
looks great.
Yeah,
but yeah, not as thought out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Probably because she gets followed. Don't get me wrong, but not like those two.
Not like those two.
I mean, nobody really cares about her husband as much as they care about Justin Bieber.
True.
Let's just be real.
Very, very good point. Yeah, the pairing of
that's two big celebrities.
Two of them, yes, is
so you're getting followed everywhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if their stylist like writes down some outfits for them for going out to coffee when she's, if you're just gonna pop something on, this is where I would go.
Yes.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that is how. Man, another just random thing here. It was late one night. We were like flipping through channels. We'd watched our hour of Crown or The Nick or whatever, and the episode of Friends that we're on, I wasn't into. I'd already seen them recently or something like that. So it popped over to a rerun episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which I've never really watched. Like, I've seen a few minutes here and there.
It'll suck you in.
And it will suck you in.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you are into clothes.
Uh-huh.
Because that's like 40% of the show is them talking about what they're going to wear. And then they like go to Santa Rosa for a weekend trip and drink wine at fancy restaurants. So this particular episode was about how Kim thought that Khloe needed to be like a little bit more glammed out and like be styled a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes into, and all of this is so scripted and so full of shit anyway, but she goes into Courtney's closet and starts pulling stuff out of her own closet, putting it together on the floor, taking Polaroids, packing up her suitcase, and then she swaps out the suitcases. That's the conceit, is that Khloe goes off to the little weekend trip. She opens up her suitcase and she's like, this isn't what I packed.
Oh, no.
And then has all the Polaroids that Kim put together be like, this is what you should wear to dinner. This is what you should wear, to lunch. So yes, I think that if you're paying a stylist, that it's certainly an option to go that far.
Yeah.
Like you at least have they've at least pitched you here. This would be great for Saturday coffee run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be nice, dude? To not even think about it.
So I'm glad that you asked that because it's another thing I was thinking about. Would I want a stylist?
No, I bet you wouldn't, but I would. Because I just look at what I'm wearing.
No, I think I would though. Because they're.
But you'd want their input just as a suggestion. For me,
you want them to lay it out.
I want them to lay it out and say, "Look, this is going to look good together."
You're right. I want feedback. And yeah. You just want to be kidded.
I want them to go find the clothes. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time nor the money. But if they're gonna, for instance, these celebrities, I have a feeling they don't keep all those clothes. It's just
they don't.
They wear them and then they give them back.
I believe so.
To whomever.
But that part I don't really know how it works.
Yeah.
Because the stylists themselves are obviously not buying all of those clothes either.
I know, but I think they're the liaison.
So they're getting them on like loan from brands, stores, whatever. And then I don't know how that all works.
That's what I want.
Does the celebrity buy the clothes, but then do they keep the clothes? Do they give them back? Like
To me, I don't think they should have to buy the clothes. The press is worth way more than the ticket price of that blazer.
Only if the blazer is identified and posted
Sure.
about, though.
It will
You know what I
be.
mean?
If
So-
if you're Hailey Bieber, it's all getting
Yeah.
identified and posted.
But Hailey also has to own some stuff.
Yeah.
She can't just
She has
not-
nothing in her closet.
just empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be nice to be styled for just to see what that.
I would
what
just
that
like
be
to see how it works, if
Right.
nothing else. Just I would
Yeah.
like to sit in there and watch how it all goes down.
Another just like tidbit that you would probably miss if you weren't listening to the show about, and I'm speaking of Keeping Up with the Kardashians here. It's just like a little throwaway line from Kim to Khloe. I've probably messed up all the names, by the way. It's Khloe that Kim styles and repacks the suitcase for.
Okay.
I think I was saying Courtney in there somewhere.
Whatever.
Yes. Okay. All right. So another thing she says, she like mentions, she's talking about Chloe's closet and her clothes, and she's like, everything that you have is great and like perfectly tailored, but you just don't like put it together in the right way. But so the throwaway line there is that everything she has in that closet, no matter what brand or what designer it's from, it's all been precisely tailored for her.
Yeah. Right.
And that's happening with that's happening with your style through your stylist as well.
Right. That's priceless.
They know your measurements.
Yeah.
They have everything down.
Uh-huh.
They probably don't even need you to come in for a fitting
Right.
on a lot of stuff to have it like tweaked to fit you perfectly.
Mhm.
So,
Golly.
but yeah,
Once you get that TikTok money,
I got to figure out the butt cut first, Phil.
Oh,
I got to
true.
figure how to. Nobody's going to take me seriously on TikTok if I don't have the TikTok hair.
That's true. You're gonna have to lie about your age too.
Yeah, is the butt cut going to make me look younger or older?
I think it'll make you look younger.
I'm gonna have to shave more often.
Me too.
Yeah, I got a few grays coming in right there in my middle part too. So
Is that the only grays you've seen?
So I'm gonna have to take care of those as well.
You've seen some grays? Where are they? at?
Yeah, they're right up here.
I have some
They're
over here.
they're right in here. Yeah.
Just on this side.
Yep, just a couple of old heads in here.
Our next sponsor will be Just for Men.
You got to pair the Just for Men with the ballsy.
Yeah.
Then you have the total package.
Now you're living, baby.
Well, shouts to Hailey Bieber, my current muse. She's killing it. She's crushing it.
Her and Harry Styles, your current two.
That's correct. That is correct.
If they got together, what would happen?
That's too. It's too far
It's too far.
because Harry is the Hailey in the relationship with Olivia Wilde.
Correct. Yeah, they couldn't work.
That wouldn't work.
They would have to have
They're
closet.
They're both too glam and
Uh-huh.
and sexy.
Yeah. It's too sexy.
It's too sexy. Too sexy. Is that the Antonio Banderas
Yeah.
SNL? Yeah. That landed with approximately 10 of our listeners. Chris Kattan doing Antonio Banderas on SNL in the mid to late 90s.
Randy, throw in one of those clips. We won't get sued.
It's too sexy, but I must. Okay, we can move on. Did you see this this Doc Martin
No, not
Rick
until...
Owens boot?
Was this what Russell Westbrook was wearing? No, his had big.
No, his had like the harness
Yeah,
on him.
those were cool.
Dude, those looked dope.
Yeah,
I
that whole
actually-
thing he had on was great.
He looked very. I don't always like Russell Westbrook's kits, but those Doc Martens that he had on with like the harness strap on them looked really cool. And he looked cool. I saw these pop up on Instagram a few times a couple of weeks ago, and I thought that this was a meme. I thought this was like a photoshopped memed boot. What we're looking at here is this is a real shoe. It did come out. It sold out very quickly. It's a Rick Owens and Doc Martin collaboration, which mashes up the classic 1460 Doc Martin boot with the mega lace stuff from Rick Owens. And so if you want to see some, let's see, do I have the, yeah, here's what like the actual mega lace stuff looks like. My question here is kind of like, do we like this?
No, I like the whole direction though. I like a little bit of goth and a little bit of heavy material and Rick Owens.
Here's some of the full on like mega lace. Megadesk.
Again, Russ can pull it off. I don't know who else. I mean, you're gonna look pretty stupid in these.
That's kind of my thing. I think this Megalay stuff from Rick it's really cool. It's totally different. Nobody else does stuff like this, right? Mm-hmm. It's very directional. It's very forward. It's very avant-garde. And like you said, it is very unwearable. Mm-hmm. Unless your entire closet is full of avant-garde stuff from
like Homeboy from
Andamila Meester and Christian Carol Poel and
Third Eye Blind.
Rick Owens.
Your boy.
Yes, unless you're like Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind. So I like that this tones it down.
Yeah.
It puts it on a much more wearable boot.
Yeah.
Throws the lacing configuration on there, and you have something that is suddenly has that vibe, has that piece of the Rick Owens Megalace, and it's not nearly as hard to wear. So I think that's cool.
How much were these?
I think they retailed for $300.
Really?
Right in that range.
Damn.
So is that you're saying that's
pretty high for Docs?
Yeah, but pretty low for Rick.
Right.
And so that's kind of the other thing that I was thinking about is that this type of collaboration between Doc Martin and Rick Owens, it's kind of the new form of the diffusion line. And what I mean by that is like, when I was first getting into all this stuff, everybody had a lower priced line. So there was the Marc Jacobs, his eponymous label, but then there was Marc by Marc Jacobs, which was sold at Barney's Co-op and Nordstrom.
Yeah.
And then there was like Michael Kors, and then there was like MK by Michael Kors.
Polo Ralph Lauren.
And then there was a ton of this on the women's too. There was Isabel Marant, and then there was Etoile by Isabel Marant. Derek Lam, Ten Crosby by Derek Lam. Like this was everybody had their main line, and then there was the lower price diffusion line that was like pitched into the contemporary market. And you see a lot of those brands closed up shop. Marc by Marc Jacobs is no longer, right? Like it I think they all kind of faded a little bit and were replaced by brands that were just true contemporary brands instead of lower priced versions of the mainline designer stuff. Now, one that has been really successful is Rick Owens Dark Shadow, but it's really it's almost not even a diffusion line. It's lower priced than mainline, but it's really just like a subcategory of mainline. It's barely different, and it's still really expensive. It's just not quite as exotic as some of the mainline stuff. So I don't even really count that. But my point here is there is scrolling down here a little bit. This was a new Margiela collaboration with Reebok. And so it's taking some of the Margiela stuff, like the look of a painted shoe like that, and it's applying it to a Club C. And the thing with the Rick Owens Doc Martin, this is taking something crazy and making it wearable. A Margiela sneaker, a Margiela Gat with the painted, it's not hard to wear. Yeah. It's just expensive. So the only purpose that this serves is to put Margiela on the Margiela name on something that doesn't cost as much. And I don't I understand the kind of the democracy of that, the democratization of a high fashion name, but it does nothing for me the way that the mashup boot does. It's one thing to take something that is like makes no sense and make it make a little bit of sense. But here we're just packaging the Margiela name into a mass produced shoe. And I don't dig it.
And I don't like it.
I don't hate it. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just kind of poo-pooing it.
Okay. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Quick update. Nobody has shown up to steal the laptop yet.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Keeping a close eye.
You got the video screen on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're watching.
Keep us updated.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll run them off.
Everybody, we're trying to talk shoes here, but we know that everybody is
on edge
thinking about that laptop.
Yeah. Please keep me in your thoughts.
Yeah. So anyway, did I have any more thoughts on this stuff? I think my big point was that nobody's doing diffusion lines anymore.
Yeah.
And that when you want to, when you have a contemporary designer label and you want to get it into the hands of more people, the route is is basically just to collaborate with like a sportswear or a sportswear line or a mass produced line.
Yeah, very little commitment necessary. You
Right,
do one thing,
exactly.
see if it works, and then you keep going.
Instead of like expanding your whole supply chain
Right.
and finding different manufacturers and
Right.
producers and making a bunch of product that you're going to have to keep in inventory,
Mhm.
you just utilize somebody that already has that.
Yeah.
It makes monetary sense, and then you're getting 2 brands worth there now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reebok can put those on their site, and then Margiela gets to post about them too. So it's a far more symbiotic relationship, and I'm sure makes far more sense financially. But sometimes you get kind of like, I don't know, lowest common denominator projects that don't seem all that intentional.
Yeah.
So, you want to move on to listener question or wine?
Wine.
Let's do wine first. So we were in the Discord the other day. If you want access to our Discord, which is constantly popping off, go join us at patreon.com/clubcool. You get access to the Discord on either of our tiers. It starts at $2 a month. The other one is $5 a month. Lots of great bonus content. But probably most important at all is joining us in our little Discord community where we talk about whatever we want. Somebody posted a bottle of a natural wine that everybody was popping off about, and I believe it was an orange wine.
It was.
Now I know that that's trendy.
It is. Natural wine is trendy.
And I know that natural wine is trendy, and I don't really know what either of those things is. So, what is orange wine?
Let me just start off with.
Is that when you mix a rosé and a white wine?
No, but it's the same. It's generally the same concept.
Okay.
It's all about the skin contact. So orange wine is skin contact white wine. They leave the seeds in, they leave the skin on, so it'll tint the liquid to an orange look.
So to get the orange wine, they do not do surgery on a grape.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. They leave the skins intact.
Yeah.
So look, I am by no means anywhere close to. I know nothing. All right. I'll just tell you what I do know, what I think I know.
Okay. All right.
And what I've had. And so, like, with the whole natural wine deal, it's really, this is going to really piss some people off, but I just think it's a really, really well-executed marketing plan.
Okay.
Because you won't find new natural wines that are out there that don't have a killer label. Every one of them. They're your eye goes right to them.
But that's the same thing. Well, I mean, it stands to reason. We right after we were talking about the wine, we were talking about how we're in like the golden age of beer can labels as well.
Correct.
And like every microbrewery does awesome, cool cans now.
Yeah.
So don't you think it's just that's a byproduct of the people that are doing the natural wine? Is that it is the cool, trendy thing to be doing. So those are the people that want cool labels as well.
Right. But what I'm getting at
they're
is
not heritage winemakers. They're not
right.
They're not French people in Bordeaux.
Yeah, but there are some old, like Loire Valley is famous for, they do a lot of really cool labels and they've been doing them for forever.
Okay.
But that what you said, trendy. I just hate it. Is there's a lot of good natural wine. There's a lot of bad natural wine. And I've had more bad than good. And that's just my palate, though. I think that a lot of it can lean towards tasting like a sour beer, all of it. Like immediately sour beer, sourdough. Yeah, people aren't going to like that because everybody loves natural wine. It's just from what I've had, and I've had a lot of both. More, I guess I wouldn't call it unnatural, but not in the natural wine category. I've had more I guess traditional wine.
So I've not done any experimenting with natural wine. Now, one of the things that stopped me is kind of, I guess maybe similar to what you're saying. One time I tried an organic wine.
Yeah.
And it was really bad. And I've been scared off of organic wines and therefore natural wines as well and all of that type of stuff. But it's the hottest thing going in the world of vino right now.
Well, the thing with natural wine is
it's natural.
A lot of the traditional producers have been producing natural wine forever. Forever. They just haven't paid to put it on the label. They haven't paid to go get the certifications. That's very cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to get to the certificate of being organic, like fully organic wine. A lot of wine that is made with organic grapes will just say that you can just put that on a label. Made with organic grapes. It doesn't have to be certified organic.
Okay.
There's you could go on forever with this stuff. But we sell a lot of the orange wine, back to orange wine, is Pinot Grigio, just with skin contact.
Okay.
And we sell one that's a pet nat, so it's bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
And pet nat is it's fermenting in the bottle itself.
Right.
So there's going to be sediment. It's cloudy a little bit.
Is that the one that got posted on our Discord?
No.
Okay. Do you like this pet nat orange one?
It's okay.
Yeah. But it tastes like a sour beer.
Not really. It can. It just, to me, here's now. Let me tell you some ones that I do like that are natural that we.
Real quick, is
Okay.
there something to do with sulfites in natural wine?
All right, so sulfites, there is no such thing as a sulfite-free wine. It always occurs in the fermentation. If they say there's no sulfites, they're lying.
Okay.
You can say, you don't have to label it until it's to a certain parts per million. I think it's 10 in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, when I first started drinking wine, I was always looking for like anything that says, natural sulfites or sulfite-free or less sulfites, basically, because I thought that's what gave me a headache. What gave me the headache was drinking too much wine and not drinking enough water. That's key. So here's a fun little chart. French fries have over like 1,000 times the amount of sulfites in them than a glass of dry wine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you're not getting headaches after having some fries, are you?
Man, this is a facts only podcast right now.
Okay.
We're speaking truth to power.
And if you okay, so I'll just leave that alone. But
no, blow some minds, man.
no, now there are some wines that use, so the difference between like natural wine and traditional, I guess, is one of the things is that you can use native yeast or bring in like outside yeast, like anything from like a yeast packet that you would use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the deal with natural wine that can get a little tricky is it's more volatile because you have less control over the process. If you're putting in your own, you're tinkering with it more the unnatural way. You're more tinkering. If you're putting more sulfites in, adding that is a preservative.
Right.
That way it can age. You don't have to drink it immediately.
You're getting so with these natural wines, one of the things is that, and I bet some people like this, you're getting some funk.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
And there's some unknown to it.
That's right.
It might taste good, it might taste bad, it might taste a little weird.
Yeah.
Bottle to bottle, or at least year to year is probably pretty different.
Bottle to bottle is different.
And so that kind of like lack of uniformity, I feel like is you know,
I get that.
it's jazz, baby.
Yeah. I totally get it. Like, give me like the raw stuff. Let's see what's going on with the grapes and the terroir.
Right.
But to me, I don't know. My palate, it always tends to go towards like a sweet tart kind of finish and like a sourdough, yeasty. That's just some of them. Now, one that I had recently that was fucking delicious. It's a blend of Cote, C-O-T, and Gamay, just a little bit of Gamay. Cote is actually Malbec, but the French call it Cote.
Isn't it C-O-T-E?
C-O-T.
Not like Cote de Rhone?
No.
C-O-T-E-S?
I'm sure that you can spell it like that too. See, that's the whole thing.
That was French.
It's a game to figure this out.
Yeah.
We sell one. It's called Cote Boy.
Cote Boy?
Cote Boy.
Okay.
Cute little label with a guy riding a bull. This is out of Loire, and it is, again, a nice little blend with Cote and Gamay. It's natural. It's unfiltered. It's unfined. There's no added sulfites. All of it. All of the words. And it is fantastic, dude. You could drink it you could have it with food, without. Highly recommend.
Okay.
And the one that we carry is Lunaria Romano. Lunaria Romano.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember that.
Okay. It's Northern Italian
All right.
Pinot
Well,
Grigio.
does Tom's do a you get 10% off for buying 6?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Hey.
20. If you get 6, it's 20.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me
No,
a
a
6.
case. I'm sorry.
Okay. All
But
right.
for you, we'll see what we can do.
let's I might have to get you to set me up a little
We'll see what we can do.
little 6er
Yeah.
test case of some of these natural wines and these orange wines.
Mm-hmm.
Because
We'll bring him on next time.
I've fallen into a rut here. I don't know. I'm a big French wine guy. Last thing that we had was a Bordeaux, and I just didn't like it. And I usually love like all Bordeauxs, and maybe this one just wasn't good, but it would it was highly rated, wine advocate, James Suckling or whatever. Which who knows what that really means, but I usually love that stuff, and there was something off about it, something I didn't like. So I'm feeling the need for speed to to just mix it up a little bit.
I've got one for you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good little wine segment. That does help with the wine with the natural wine and the orange wine. And we've got Phil's cocktail corner on the Discord again. So if
Come at me.
if you want to come and recommend some stuff to us or drop some more knowledge on us, there are definitely people that are already in there that are involved in the alcohol industry as well. So I think we have at least one beer guy in there, maybe more than that. And we've got you in there. We've got a wine guy in there. So just there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm gonna get some heat, Barrett.
For talking trash.
Yeah.
What you know? What you told them the truth, not what they wanted.
I don't know if that is the truth. That's just what I think. It's only my opinion. That's it.
That's just like your opinion, man. Okay, a couple more things today. The Carlyle Group, who owned Supreme, basically, they were a major investor in Supreme, and then sold it to VF Brands for however much, $1 billion or whatever. They have now bought a majority stake in End, the UK multi-brand retailer, which purportedly values End at around $1 billion. So we're just throwing the Billy is quickly becoming the new Millie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every brand is worth $1 billion these days, which is pretty insane. But I always think it's interesting when these multi-brand retailers like End or Net-a-Porter or Farfetch or whoever either come together in like these giant investments or get these huge valuations, because it's a notoriously difficult industry. It's very, very inventory heavy. The margins are not that great. And it typically most of it boils down to, can you just move so much product that you have the margin and you can be super successful and you're operating at like crazy economies of scale, and you can get your logistics prices down and all that, or can you position yourself to have your own private label line where your margins are much better and you move it alongside all this contemporary stuff. Mr. Porter has been doing that of late. And, but yeah, at the same time, online shopping has continued to grow and grow and grow. The pandemic has obviously hurt the economy in many regards, but lots and lots of people that know that if you had an online presence and you knew what you were doing with it over the course of this past 12 months, chances are you were likely pretty successful with your online business. And, that doesn't show any signs of slowing down. So it's just really just a short note there, a short information drop that End out of the UK, valued at $1 billion, has a bunch of new investors, and they are saying that they are going to expand domestically, and that's in the UK, but also internationally. And so this is one where I wouldn't be surprised to see, like Net-a-Porter, which has a UK base and a US base, I would not be surprised to see End pop a distribution center over here, set up an HQ, like an HQ2, basically.
I wish they would.
And get some of those, the US made products, get correctly priced instead of getting that huge bump from the import fees.
And returns.
And then shipping and returns would be much, much easier as well. And I would really look forward to that, because one of the things that I've been noticing, just tooling around on the shops these days, I'm running out of shops that aren't charging me tax, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You love that.
And I hate it. I hate it. I really hate it. It's the difference. It is the difference to me for on stuff. With the big purchases,
Yeah.
we're talking $50-$60.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get that tax free, baby. So, something to look out there from End Clothing. All right, listener question. I'm going to pull it up here, but it's about a little office attire. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's from JL. Hey guys, question for you. I work in a business casual office, and we just moved into a new building. The only problem is that the new spot is freezing cold every day, and just a dress shirt is not cutting it. What is a good type of sweater or extra layer that I can throw on over a button-down that won't make me look like every other corporate D-bag in a Patagonia fleece vest? Thanks, love the pod. Thank you. We love you for listening. I appreciate the question. Well, I'll start. I think the quick answer is to go baller fleece and have all of the other, Midtown uniform bros saying, "What's that? Oh, dude, what is that?" Because you're going to be in the AMA fleece and they've never heard of that. They're stuck in their Patagonia and their North Face.
Yeah.
And you'll blow their cabezas with with your streetwear game, basically.
Uh-huh.
So that's one option. But then that's still fleece. So maybe you want something that's like that's like even more of a spin on this. So the next thing that I would tell you is Cardi Boys stand up.
Yeah.
I've definitely kept a cardigan in an office before. Now, the trick here is you don't want to keep like your best cardigan at the office because then it's always at the office when you want it.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to find like a good
office cardigan.
You need to find a good office cardigan. The one that I kept around a lot was, I don't know if they make this anymore, but it was a J. Crew cotton cashmere blend.
Yeah.
Light layer, but like would easily protect you from, if you're sitting under an air conditioning vent or whatever.
Man, I hate that. A cold office?
Yeah.
That'll drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I hate being cold.
Just a drafty breeze just blowing right down on you.
Man.
Can't work like that.
No.
You could do a shacket. You could do a little shirt jacket, an overshirt.
That's where I would go.
Yeah.
Along with the cardigan. I'm always a cardigan supporter, but the shacket is, I think it'd be easier to get over some of those button downs.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cardigan.
That's true. A cardigan can be. You got to put it on, and then you're messing with the sleeves to get them to like come down to the wrist again.
Yeah.
And then you're messing with you're pulling it down. You're doing the shoulders, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
But as a shacket, he's wearing dress shirts. He's in clearly like a business casual office.
Right. It's okay. There's good ones.
Yeah. Can you get away with like Southwestern print in an office like that though?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either.
Yeah. So you
surely you could find one that's from Howler or somebody that's less printed.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a nice one called the Quintana that's like got like a quilted yoke as well. Very much a shirt jacket. But there are some ones out there that are more solid. But so I'll use that as a segue. You get into like a herringbone, a solid, an olive. It's a shirt jacket. It's easy to slip on. Well, we're almost into being a chore coat at that point. Right.
Yeah.
And so that's something that would be really good as well. We have a guest scheduled for next week. His name's Clayton Chambers, and I met with him earlier this week, and he was wearing an Oxford cloth button down, and it was kind of a breezy, cool morning like we've been getting, and he had on it was like a combo chore coat blazer. It looked kind of fuzzy and woolen, but like had like patch pockets and like what wasn't tailored. It wasn't sharp. It wasn't like crisp like a blazer.
Yeah.
It was soft and relaxed and like almost like a cardigan or a chore coat. So when he comes on next week, we'll have to ask him what that was, and JL tune in and you can find out and maybe pick up something like that. But it was basically that kind of hybrid second layer, that chore coat, blazer, cardigan mix mashup.
Yeah.
And I really like that stuff too, because that's a great piece to just own because it is so versatile. Like you can do like a nice pair of trousers and some shoes for the office and a button down and have that on top. But then on the weekend, like light wash jeans and sneakers, and it's a sharp look too. get your Hailey Bieber, Emily Ratajkowski on. Just put a belt on it over in the middle.
That
just
would be
over a belt,
Mm-hmm.
belt right in the middle, waist it up.
At the office.
At the office. Yeah, that'll blow some minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to get into some conversations and be memorable, why not?
Yeah. So those are my suggestions. I don't have any. I didn't pick out any links today or any very specifics, but I'll think on it and hit me back in the DMs if you want some specific recommendations.
I like the chore coat.
I think chore coat, some like a baller fleece, something that levels up from the Patagonia North Face. A cardigan is like kind of the gold standard of office layer, I think. And then maybe you can find like some, depending on how casual or how formal your office is, a shacket could work as well. A nice little shirt jacket. Okay, that's it. That's what we got for today.
Cool.
Thank you to Ballsy Brand, new sponsor once again. Go check out Ballsy Brand for all your nutsack needs, basically. Whether it's the deodorant or the smell good, whole shower thing, hair, body wash, they got it all. Get yourself a bundle, washed 20% off of your order. Go check us out, Club Cool, on the Patreon, patreon.com/clubcool. Join us in the Discord when you sign up there. Follow us on Instagram, where, like I said, we are now doing reels at Club Cool Pod. I'm gonna try to get on. I'm gonna try to post some TikToks as soon as Phil gets his TikTok hair. We're also on TikTok. The @ is ready to go. It's at Club Cool Pod, just like on Instagram. And look out. It's only a matter of time before I'm doing one of these. Put
the number up when he does that. That is ridiculous.
And it'll be to a hot track, and then it'll whatever I pointed to. That's the topic of my TikTok, and then it'll be that.
I can't wait.
You'll see it. That'll do it for us today. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the club.